Before we get into this episode, I just want to apologize. The audio for this episode did not record because I was using the big audio interface and I didn't understand how the record button worked. So sorry, Madison, your episode is messed up.
Hello.
Okay. This ain't Texas. Ain't no hold up. What is the next line? Stick around. I'm singing that song because my best friend is now employed.
Yay.
Welcome back to the Grantis podcast. Episode, I'm gonna say 7. That was my best guess. But finally, we're here again in this location because I think the last 2 episodes were actually 3. Last 3 episodes were not back in the podcast corner. I was actually traveling for all 3 of those. Or I guess I was just away from the podcast corner. But finally we're back with Madison.
I should have been the first.
I know who was in the first episode, but I wanted to get mine out of the way so that I could so that the worst quality episode was the first one and I could practice on myself because I didn't want anyone's episode to be shoddy quality. Oh, and here we are with camera audio, so what I said didn't even apply. Also, apologies if my head looks fucking huge. We're filming this in a really weird angle.
And my head is really, really small. So compared to everyone.
Let me show you the setup. I couldn't figure out how to get the tripod to Madison Johnson.
It's the most basic name ever. No one can find.
Okay, well, yeah, this is so you're acting as if your Instagram handle isn't literally just your name.
No, I know. I was confused what you're
asking. Okay. But yeah, Madison Johnson, she is a 4th year here at USC. She is studying business administration with an emphasis in finance and a minor in sports media and entertainment.
No.
Sports media
industries.
And you have 2 minors?
There's no way.
I don't know it. What is it?
Dance!
Oh. See, I was thinking academic.
Yeah.
But, see, because when I introduce myself, I don't say I'm a dance minor.
Well, I'm a dance minor, so.
She's an actual dancer, so that's why it's so fedora. But yeah, that's her academics. She's also from San Diego, and as far as involvement, she is on the Spirit Leaders. She's part of the Marshall Business Network, and is that right?
Yeah.
MBN. Okay, yeah. I didn't want to get it wrong. And
you did your research on me.
This is just the off memory, yeah. Any other involvement that I'm missing?
No, I dropped all the other clubs I was in.
Okay. But yeah, so I guess we can just start off. I do have a couple talking points and segments per usual. If you think of anything to talk about, let me know. But we do have a packed agenda today. We do have a lot to talk about. And honestly, like my brother, I do have a lot of bullet points for you. So if we don't get to stuff, we can do multiple episodes because some of these bullet points could have their own episode. Part 2 or 3 or 4, depending. Yay. We'll see. Maybe we'll do an episode in Texas. Hey. We'll get to that in a second, though. But firstly, we could talk about your... Oh, I didn't even celebrate you. Oh, my gosh. She has a job. But yeah, so if you wouldn't mind just talking about business administration, emphasis in finance, sports media industries, how that all contributes to where you want to go with your career path / where you have gone already.
Well, my emphasis is in finance, but I've had no prior financial experience other than my classes. So getting this job was really random. But I worked at Southwest Airlines doing it was a bit of everything. I thought I wanted to work in sports for a while up until last month, until I was in the final. I was one of the final 2 candidates for a job for an NFL team. But it was a role that I didn't really want to do. It was marketing, which I don't really want to do. And it paid $18 an hour. $18 an hour for a full-time role, which is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Sports just pays terribly. You have to work long hours, you have to work weekends, you have to work holidays, and it pays terribly. And I am fine with working my way up, but there comes a certain point where you can't even afford rent if you're getting paid basically less than... It's not less than minimum wage, but
less than minimum wage.
The Twins are making more at Starbucks than I'd be working for an NFL team, in a corporate job. So I decided sports was not for me.
Yet.
And yeah, I could always transfer into it. But I'd rather just work a corporate job and have a stable lifestyle and income.
Fair. And I think the exact same way. Definitely, I think there's something. Yeah. I think there's something to be gained from pursuing something a little bit more stable from the beginning, because like aspirationally, a lot of people talk about like, oh, like the time is now, and like if you're passionate about something, like the money will come, but like not always.
No.
Like careers and academics are a one size fits one process. So if I want to put in my time at a stable endeavor and then work or like figure my way out into like the industries that I want to work in later.
Yeah, you can always switch industries.
I know.
As long as you have, like, if you're stuck with, like, your role is similar, like, no one cares if you've worked in entertainment before if you have a good background.
Yeah. Yeah. So, like, there's that. And then, like, no, that's literally all I have to say on that. I don't know. My talking points are actually very unstructured. So, transitions are going to be terrible per usual.
Hey.
So, next we can talk about spirit and song.
Why and song?
Do you want me to cut that? That is to say, me personally, I have been on Spirit since my freshman year, but Madison started...
I started like 6 months after you.
Yeah.
Or like a few months after you.
Yeah.
My junior year.
Yes. That's crazy to think about.
I know, I've only been on the team. Well, fun fact, I tried out my freshman year, and I made it to the final round, but didn't actually make the team.
Bria? No,
oh yeah, I forgot Bria judged that.
I'm kidding.
I don't even think Andrea knows that. I should like bring it up to her one time and have her. I still have my audition videos on my phone. I watched them the other day, and I was. And
she showed me.
I was really bad. I was not sharp. I was like dancing with movements. But yeah, I tried out for Spirit my freshman year, didn't make it. Then junior year, I tried out for song, made it to the final round, but didn't make the actual team. And then I tried out for Spirit again, and I finally made it. So that's where we are. But lots of people like try out multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not like we have a few people on our team that. When I tried out, didn't make it, and then they made it this year.
Mm-hmm. And it's the same thing on song, like...
Yeah, it's very normal. It's kind of random. Like,
it is kind of random, because it's like, sometimes it is like, what's the word? Like, based on need. Like, oh, we need someone to fulfill this specific role, like, for Spirit. Like,
maybe, like...
For example, like, stunt positions.
Uh-huh.
Like, if we have, like, 10 back spots, why would we get another back spot on the team? Or it is, like, personality-based. Like, when you're... wanting a talented team that's also collaborative, you don't want every single person to be like a superstar, because that leads to a lot of conflict. You do need some people that are a little bit more mellow to kind of like just a range of personalities, a range of like years in school too. That's a big thing, because like if you want to create a strong veteran culture, why would you take a bunch of juniors and seniors when you need freshmen and sophomores to kind of shape the program and like influence it from the start of their seasons to like the end seasons?
Yeah, I think honestly, like I think I did get lucky. Not that I like didn't deserve to make it, but like junior year we had stunt during tryouts, and like I hadn't stunted since like high school, and I also didn't do very advanced things, and we really needed back spots. Like I remember there wasn't a ton of back spots at the tryouts, so I think that was helpful. And like the tryout was literally all dancing at that point, and I am a dancer, so I'd been to like a few clinics for Spirit before, and like the coach, like Andrea, like noticed me and like said positive things about me, that like she could see me being on the team. Also, like I knew Molly on the team, and she had said good things about me. So, and then this year was like a totally different tryout process. Like it was all stunting. So I don't know. I mean, I don't think I would have made it if I had just tried out like this year. But I think since I had already like been on the team, and like I learned a lot.
Yeah, and it was a big jump from like 16 athletes to now 24 on the team. Yeah. Like, so we did need a lot of people to fulfill that role. And some people that show up for these tryouts, like, no shade, like, do not have any business being there.
Why are you there? You're wasting your time.
And it's not like an offensive thing. It's literally like the money thing too. Like, why are you paying X amount of money to be there? I'm not going to exactly say how much it is to try out. But like, why are you wasting your money to go to the clinics and to go to the tryouts when you only do not offer something to the team, but the team is not going to do anything for you in return?
Yeah, it's like not super hard to learn if you're a certain type of person. Like if you've been around it a lot. But if you're just like jumping into it, no.
Sorry, I saw my detergent on the floor and I thought you brought that, but that's like detergent.
Yeah, I just want to do some laundry.
So sorry. But that's the thing too, and like I have so many points that I need to talk about in my exit interview, like in Spirit, or I guess in a lot of just like programs in general, you have exit interviews at the end of the year so that the coaches can basically gauge like what you liked about the season, what you didn't like about the season, and like, oh, my point was basically that I think stunting is something that can actually very easily be taught.
Depends on the person.
Depends on the position too. Like flying, I'm gonna need you to have a couple years of experience before you join the team.
Yeah.
Backspotting, you can learn that. That's easy.
If you're strong.
Basing, also, I feel like you can learn to a certain extent because I don't think we honestly do that advanced stuff.
I feel like it's just like, basing is more technical, like
it is more technical
than at least backspotting.
Yeah, but what I was gonna say was I think cheer teams at the root need people to be tumblers first. This is my like hot take before my soapboxes. Honestly, I think like if you can tumble first, stunting can be picked up very easily, and dancing can be picked up very easily because stunting requires a certain amount of technique, and I think if you're tumbling, you already have a body awareness of what technique is required. Whereas I feel like if you're a stunter first and you haven't ever tumbled before, it's going to be so hard to transition those skills over.
This will probably be aired after tryouts, anyways.
No, I know. Who
knows what will happen?
But that's
I'm not trying out again.
But like, if you're a brand new bass in a group with a bass, backspot, and flyer that have done their positions before, you're gonna be carried.
Me, when I learned how to do, I had never bassed before. I did a lib in like 30 minutes, I think, and then I did it at the game.
Like, if your group is fine, you're gonna be fine too. But then, like, at the same time, like, tumbling is an individual skill. You cannot depend on other people to, like, pick up your slack. So if you have it from the get-go... Do you get what I'm saying, though?
No, I get what you're saying.
Yeah. Dancing, though, like, that's really easy. Like, if you can't dance, sorry.
Well, some people just can't dance.
You don't necessarily have to be the best dancer. You just have to be able to blend in group-wide. Like, if you are not sticking out, that's a good thing. Like... Yeah. I guess for like sideline cheer because there's no soloists in sideline cheer. Okay, we can move on before we get too much into that because again, Spirit
hot topic for
Spirit
us.
Could literally be like an entire episode just because we have a lot to talk about. Even though no one watching this probably cares. But speaking of like Spirit and like dance, we could talk about your dance background. So if you wanted to talk about like dancing in San Diego, we'll get into Dance Moms a little bit later. But like East Lake Dance Company, The Element.
I started dancing when I was 3. I hated it until I was 10. I mostly did tap. My studio was really well known for tap. My first studio, I guess my second studio. I went to a studio when I was like really young, but my actual like first studio was like 5 minutes away from my house. And I started competing when I was in 6th grade, so I was 11. I was really, really bad. Like I was in beginner ballet. Like I was 11-year-old. Dancing with like 6-year-olds, didn't have my splits. Like, I don't know how I made that team. I think they just wanted to take my parents' money. They were just like, she's willing to pay, okay. I was really bad, but then I like worked really hard and got my splits and like moved up and did really well to a certain point where like at my studio, like if people like got their splits like pretty quickly, they would call it like pulling a Madison, which I don't know, I feel like a lot of things in my life I've like haven't started off. People think that maybe like things come naturally to me, but in reality, like a lot of things don't. I just work really hard for them, like school wise also. And then I joined my high school's dance team. They weren't like traditionally like pom and like lyrical. It was more like people would like drive like 30 minutes, like an hour to come to my high school just for our dance team. We had like 80 people total and like 40 people on like the varsity-ish team, I guess you'd say. And we did more like preparation to being a dancer in the industry. So we went to like Radix and like Tremaine, like conventions like that. Had a lot of guest choreographers that work like in the industry. Did a lot of like master classes with people that teach at like Millennium or like Playground. And so it was more like very hip-hop based, not super technical, which was weird for me because I was always a really technical dancer. But that kind of helped, like, in certain times, like, helping me stand out because there were some people that, like, were super good at hip-hop and were on my dance team, but, like, could barely do a double pirouette, and I was over here doing, like, others. And then I competed for a few years at my home studio and then wanted to change. I was just, like, dancing with the same people at my studio that I was in my high school, and, like, my high school is really competitive with dance. Like, there was a thing, it didn't happen to me personally, but, like, you had to be casted in dances. Like, no one was guaranteed anything. And so if you were, like, not the best, like, you would be in no dances, and your parents would come to your dance recital and, like, not see you. So you had to be cast in dances, and it would get really competitive. People would get upset if they weren't cast and like cry, me included. And there was like this thing where you could like understudy someone and learn the whole dance and learn their position, and then before the competition or the performance, like duel them. Again, this didn't happen in my time, like it was a few years before me, but you could duel them, and then if you like did the dance better than them, you could take their spot, even though this person has been doing this dance and like been on all these practices for months. And like, I don't know, it was very competitive. Like dance should be more of a team sport, but it felt very individualized and like comparing yourself against each other. It's really toxic like that. So then I decided to join a different studio, like 30 minutes away from me. It was like my dream dance studio because I always watched them growing up at other competitions, and they always won everything. They were very technical. They were more like what you would see at like Minnesota, Ohio State, like college dance team, like always just turns, leg spins, like flexibility, stuff like that. So started going there for a few years, and I didn't like compete because I was still like earlier in high school on multiple cheer teams. I was too busy for that. But then senior year, I didn't cheer anymore, so I decided to compete there. And it was so fun until COVID ruined my senior year. So I only competed with them twice at 2 competitions, but it was really fun. We actually got like custom costumes, which I had never had before, and like had like them rhinestoned, and yeah.
Comparing like your dance experience to someone like who is not in California, I'm sure it's like
San Diego and LA is just like so good at dance. Like if I remember one time, like a few years ago, my last studio like went to Tennessee for nationals, and they literally won every single like division because like, no offense, it was in Pigeon Forge.
Oh, okay.
Like it's just not comparable to like San Diego and LA.
No,
like,
yeah.
They're good at
like
everything.
your rinky-dink dance studio down the street is not going to do something that these big like
and these people like I
do.
didn't even have like a solo or anything. They would have like multiple privates a week. Like they would take like 10 hours of class a week, and then tons of privates and rehearsals. Like
get out of school early. Like
yeah, a lot of them
or
like
homeschool. Yeah,
they would spend tens and thousands of dollars like per competition. Maybe spend like thousands of dollars just on like fees and like costumes. Some of their costumes were like $1,000 with all the rhinestones. It was insane.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
I came to college. COVID ruined my freshman year, so I still went to my studio a little bit because I did move to USC, and then I moved here and really missed dance. So then second semester sophomore year, I declared dance minor and did jazz with my friend Lindsay, who is on the song team. Also, I live with a bunch of like song girls, so they also dance, and one of my other roommates dances, so it's kind of fun that we can like dance together. And yeah, I've taken quite a few Kaufman classes. Hated ballet. I just hate ballet in general, and like doing that with. I was never super good at it, and I was in a level that was pretty high, so that wasn't fun. But like all my jazz classes have been really fun. I always really like jazz. I wish I would have taken tap though. Just didn't have enough time.
I wish you could take a tap. I wish you could have a tap solo, but
I'm actually really advanced. I actually am really advanced at tap. That's like my best thing, but I don't do it anymore.
Shoot, Trojan Tap Project.
Yeah, with my 1 month of school left. I actually thought about it.
Oh yeah. I don't know. Tap kind of scares me. Like at a high level, because I think with Kaufman classes, like in general, the professors really know what they're doing, but a lot of what they do is exploratory and less like combos. And I would like more combos, so I think that's something like extracurricularly that I have to look into. Because a lot of like what Kaufman classes are like the professors basically like give you a curriculum of like what they want to cover, and a lot of the stuff that you do is just like exercises. It's not, they'll be like, okay, like we're gonna practice like this one quality of like movement or whatever.
We don't do that in jazz. I feel like we do a lot of combos.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I like jazz more.
He's gonna take jazz with my professor next semester.
Yeah, jazz is like what I like. It's more technical and like it's more fierce, for lack of better words, than like.
It is.
I'm just not. I don't think I'm like gifted in contemporary, even though I do enjoy like contemporary combos. I can't do contemporary improv like other people can.
Yeah.
Like I crashed one of my friend's contemporary classes. Yeah, that was yesterday. Yeah, I crashed one of their classes. Just Serena and Audrey and like the people that I took contemporary class with. And like we were doing this exercise where you would like have to improv. Side note, the improv assignment was to like do something with like, it was basically like, imagine there's a bookshelf in front of you.
I hate when they make you do scenarios.
That's what I'm saying. And like, you're gonna try to knock everything off the shelf, but you need to use like different movement qualities. Like how heavy is the object that you're pushing off the shelf? You don't have to only use your arms. You can use your head. You can use your feet. And this bitch is doing like 10 turns in the corner. I'm like, how? You're not taking anything off the fucking bookshelf doing 10 turns. Like, you're just showing off over there. And then meanwhile, like, Audrey, like, my friend, is, like, doing this amazing, like, combo, but, like, also, like, following the assignment. And I'm like, see, I'm not gifted like her.
Yeah.
I can't follow within the confines, but also be creative enough to make up my own combo.
I can do lyrical. That's the extent of it.
I can't even, like, do... Maybe I just suck at improv. Maybe that's what we're figuring out. Because I don't think I could do jazz improv if I'm really thinking about it. So, but I love learning a combo. I can learn the combo. I love Across the Floors. I just like regimented like dance, and maybe that's why I like group performing more than solo performing, because I like following a set amount of choreography and getting really good at it. Mm-hmm. Whereas I feel like solo, there's more opportunity for like improv moments or like playing to your strengths, and I like playing to like a general whatever. Speaking of dance, though, I did recently go see an Alvin Ailey production.
Spent a lot of money.
I did, but I just really wanted to experience this. Like, it's like a once in a lifetime. Like, if Alvin Ailey is going to perform Revelations, I'm going to show up.
It was Revelations?
One of the portions. So let me actually...
Okay, that makes sense. Oh, it was at Kaufman?
No, it was at...
Warrior Kaufman Presents?
The Music Center. What is it? Dorothy like Chandler Pavilion? I was Program A, or like I showed up for Program A. There it is. Or that's the people that performed. So,
were any of them Kaufman alum?
One of them actually was. It was the person that's listed on that program that isn't in this program. Someone like showed up and like performed at someone's spot, I think. But they weren't like a part of the program usually. They like understudied or something, but they weren't listed in the actual program. They were listed in the insert. But in Program A, they did Are You in Your Feelings? Super cool. Like the costuming was amazing. They did this thing where they wore like stretchy, like a nylon maybe? Like nylon, like neon under, like bra and like pants, or for the guys it was just pants. And then they would wear like a flowy, like maybe like neoprene top. So while they were moving, their clothes would like change color because the color underneath the outer skirt or like the outer top was a different color. So like when they would move, and it was also like black light, so like it would like change.
Yeah.
So, but they used a lot of like modern music. Like, let me see what the songs are. Modern music, I thought was really cool, and I was literally like screaming under my breath. I was like, oh my god! Like, they did some really amazing stuff, and there were amazing solo performers too. Second portion was Ode. That was like a little bit more of like a floral vibe. Like the backdrop didn't change, the lighting didn't change. It was like a full like 10-minute performance where like 6 dancers were on stage, and it was just those 6 dancers the entire 10 minutes, and there were just a lot of like, I thought it was very beautiful. And then the last portion was Revelations. So they did the Pilgrim of Sorrow, Taking to the Water, and then Move Members Move. I thought the Pilgrim of Sorrow was the best portion. That's like the earth tones, like the classic, whatever. And then Move Members Move was really good too. I just thought I wasn't vibing with it as much because it was very slow. What I didn't like about the performance was the amount of people that would applaud and whoop while the performance was going on. I was like, you guys can...
a vibe.
I know. I was like, you guys can wait until the end of the performance. Like, they started Revelations and, like, they did, you know, like, the thing where they're, like, doing this. Or, like, they're doing, like, the, like, tick, tick, tick part. Everyone was screaming. And I was like, y'all, shut the fuck up. Like, I'm trying to watch this dance performance. And, like, yes, for some people, like, it helps when they're performing to, like, hear, like, encouragement from the audience. At a dance competition or a convention or a performance, but like this is literally like, I paid for this, why are you guys yelling? You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe that's like an unpopular opinion, but like I want to hear the music, not people screaming next to me. And then like additionally, there were people like singing along to the like songs that were playing.
How did I know the songs?
Well, it's like classic like hymns and stuff like that. Like people were singing like Wade in the Water. I was like, the fuck? Why are you guys singing that? Like, please, I'm just trying to experience this. It didn't ruin the experience, but I wish I would have just like been able to watch it with silence. And then once the performance is over, yes, you can stand up and applaud, standing ovation. They did standing ovation every single like performance, basically. And I was okay with that because that's like the dance is over, the lights are off, like whatever. But like, I don't know, just during the performance, I was like, this is a little much. Like, I don't know. Yeah, and while we're still on the subject of dance, I was gonna say that because we're in Los Angeles and like we go to USC, you cannot go like 3 weeks without seeing someone associated with Dance Moms. Like, let me say that.
Literally.
Like everyone here has some degree of connection with someone.
Just kidding, not me.
What?
I was like, me, no, I'm kidding.
I mean, technically,
I mean,
no.
technically.
Someone who was either like featured on Dance Moms or knows someone who was on Dance Moms, and I have a list of people. Not name dropping or for anything because we don't know them.
Yeah.
I just know we have
They're just
seen
we're
them.
fans.
Yes, we're fans, and we have been in the vicinity of them to fangirl because the thing about Madison, me, and Mackenzie, who was on the team last year and the year before that and the year before that, she had a Dance Moms fan page, and like that was like our bonding thing. We all went to the Steve Craig gig,
First time.
and literally all three of us, we're like, oh my gosh, we're all Dance Moms fans, like crazy. And for all of you out there who think like, oh my gosh, like they're Dance Moms fans, like they watch Dance Moms, you don't understand how deep it runs.
Oh my god! Like remember the Rams? We would do like
trivia.
We'll do like we did trivia for like Dance Moms trivia for 6 hours straight one day.
It was. And we like weren't bad at it
like,
either.
Oddly specific, like what color were they wearing in this episode? He could like just start singing a song.
No, I gotta hand it to you. You make it almost too easy for me.
I gotta hand it to you. You make it almost too easy for me.
No, that was good at cut me off because I was gonna sing the whole thing. But
one time Grant sang "Cry" in the back of a Uber or back of a taxi in Vegas, and the Uber driver was like, "Wow, that was beautiful."
He turned off the radio to like tell me that like, oh my gosh, I love that song.
Like
keep
cry.
singing it. And Mackenzie was also in the taxi, coincidentally.
Oh, yeah, that's cute. She was. I forgot.
Yeah, she was like, like what? Wait, was she though? Oh yeah, because Connie and Molly were drinking their Fat Tuesday. Okay. If you think like, oh, we're just like fans of Dance Moms, no, we're like fans of Dance Moms, like actually. And like for someone who like lived in Tennessee for like literally all of their life, coming to California and like being able to literally like see these people that I've only seen on TV is like my version of like seeing like mega celebrities. Like
remember when you saw Sarah?
Yeah, and I sniped her. I was like,
yeah.
And I can't remember who it was. I think Molly talked to her, and she's like, "Oh, like, have you been dancing for a while?" Like she asked her that, and I was like, "Molly, she's amazing. Like you don't understand."
And it's weird because like coming from San Diego, like I have like mutuals with a lot of these people, so it's like I can't act too crazy because like we all grew up in the same dance world. But
I can fangirl though.
Yeah.
But the thing was like I wasn't super into their like social media presence either though. Like I don't know some of the lore about like Dance Moms like outside of what the show like my lore starts and begins with Dance Moms because again like going back to like Ben's episode, we didn't have internet access for a while, so literally all we had was the TV, and I watched Dance Moms like when it aired. Like I watched the episodes. But yeah, so the list starts with Victoria Miller. She goes to USC.
Wait, you're name dropping.
Oh yeah, I am name dropping them. Again, I don't know these people. I'm just saying, like...
I'm not a part of this.
The list goes on.
If people are watching, they're not watching.
Yes, I can blur out her face. Victoria Miller, USC, in Expressions, senior. Sarah Reasons, she goes to ASU. She's also on the dance team, so when we cheered at the ASU game last year...
She came here, too.
Yeah, she came here. So we saw her then. And I didn't talk to her because I was afraid, but me and Mackenzie were like, Kenzie, Maddie, and Melissa. Maddie and Melissa came to watch the Expressions performance when Kenzie performed into it. Do you know her friend's name? I'm so sorry to her friend because you are actually like a person and I do not know your name because I couldn't pick you out from the Expressions roster. Whatever the case. Jordan Jones is dating someone that goes here now.
What?
Not anymore. Maybe not.
I didn't know that.
She's always in like the Village though. Do you know what I'm saying? Like
you did say you see her in the Village a lot. Well, these are also like Dance Moms, like Universe Extended, like Abby's Ultimate Dance Mom. Yeah, that kind of stuff.
Nia goes to UCLA. I have seen her. Don't ask me what I was doing there though. So, and finally Jane Dixon. Yeah, she is on Utah cheer. So I think we saw her, but we didn't know until after the fact that she was on that cheer team.
Yeah.
But she was in, if you don't know who Jane Dixon is, fake fan, she was in Blush and Bashful, the only Abby Lee Dance Company group dance that got a perfect score. Because Candy Apple's Machine Lines got a perfect score. So not the only group dance, but ALDC. Let's do a segment actually, because I have a couple more talking points, but we can break it up with stand up. Let's do True False.
They're all true.
And if you don't know True False, it's basically a segment where I'm going to bring up facts or fiction about Madison and she has to confirm or deny.
I'm scared. I thought was
Let's
great.
start. Number 1, you've had some issues pronouncing things in the past.
What?
Maybe 3 years old. 2 years old? True or false?
I used to call remote Moreau.
Yeah, I have that one.
Oh, really?
Yeah. What else? Spaghetti was
I
piscetti.
never realized. No one's ever-
Guacamole was cacamole.
This did not happen. This is false.
What? I have it written down. I didn't say true false to her. I said just give me fun facts.
These are not true.
Second one, true false. You won a costume contest at school.
Yeah, Halloween 2nd grade, I was Fancy Nancy.
Insert picture here.
I don't even know if I have a picture.
I have a picture.
Oh, she sent a picture.
She sent a lot of pictures.
Oh gosh!
I have a Shutterfly file. I'm not going to open that
Sent
one.
the picture.
Because I asked for them, the fuck?
I just know she was like, this took her like 3 hours.
Here, let
She's
me
a
pull it up.
pastor.
It's
so
really cute. I'm
she
going to
was
make it your
probably like
profile
at church,
picture.
like not pastoring. She was looking at this stuff.
I have this one. This one's probably my favorite one.
Oh yeah, that was my first dance recital.
What style of dance was it?
Ballet.
Ballet. Okay. True false. You have a history with fainting.
I do. I don't know what it is. I've never been scared of needles until I got my flu shot and I fainted, and now since then, like I can't get my COVID shot. I did get it, but it was rough. I feel lightheaded every time. I fainted. My first time fainting was in 9th grade. PE final. A lot of it is because of my period. I get cramps that are so bad that like, and I have a high pain
Oh, I
tolerance.
have heard about that.
Like my cramps are so bad that
Yeah,
like
yeah.
my body cannot physically handle it, so it shuts down when I'm in so much pain. Hence that. So that was the first time. Second time, this was unrelated. I
I know
was
exactly what you're saying.
going to a dance convention.
Oh, never mind.
And I was getting a spray tan.
Oh, this is the
My
one.
dance teacher said I was pale. So then I was in the spray tan booth, and then towards the last like 5 seconds, I started feeling really like lightheaded.
Oh my god.
And I like also I was keep in mind I was naked in the booth. Push open the door. I wake up. I'm on the floor. I'm literally my head is like there's like bruise. I'm on the floor. I'm like, oh my gosh, like naked on the floor. Like, what am I doing? So I try to get up, and then I faint again into the wall because I had gotten up so quickly. Still naked at this point, mirror in front of me. You can see my it was gross. I faint again into the wall, and then finally like I get up and I'm like, okay. And then I put my clothes on and I walk out, and the lady's like, oh my gosh, your tan looks so good. I was like, thanks. My mom's like, why do you have a giant ass bruise on your head? I was like, we gotta go. And then I fainted before getting my wisdom teeth surgery. That was because I can only take children's medicine, and I took adult medicine that day. I had to take pills, yeah. I also fainted. I was also on my period. Scary thing is I had driven to work this day. I felt like was in so much pain. I was working at Chick-fil-A in the drive-thru that I was outside, and like I was literally just standing out there, and I just like passed out on the curb. Thank goodness I had a coworker next to me, and he like ran and caught me. But yeah, and the scary thing was that like I had literally only 30 minutes into my shift, and I had just driven to Works, and like I had taken painkillers before, but they were not working. So thank goodness like I was protected while, and I didn't faint while I was driving, because that would have been really scary.
Next one, you are a trained acro dancer.
You're so mean.
Is that true or false?
I can't do a front walkover, so no.
Yeah.
Or back handspring.
Yeah.
Almost had my back handspring at one point though, but I lost it.
Yeah. Okay, next one. I don't remember what the story behind this one was because I literally wrote these notes like when I got the stories. I just wrote down pumping and spilling gas. Do you remember what that is?
Okay. These are not childhood. These are like recent.
No, that's what I'm saying. They're not childhood
high
necessarily.
school memories. I also, to list of things I can't do, can't drive on the freeway, can't get gas. The one time I tried to get gas, you know how like you push the button so then you don't have to hold it the whole time?
Right.
So my dad was like, okay, well, I'm going to teach you how to do this. And so I'm doing it, and then he's like, okay, like that should be enough, take it out. He didn't tell me I had to like unpress the button. So then I take it out, and the button is still going, so then the gas spills everywhere, all over me, all over my dad, and then the gas was all over me on my clothes. I started crying.
Why did that happen? Like, I feel like mine has an automatic switch.
It wasn't.
Oh, just that one wasn't?
I don't know.
Damn.
So yeah, haven't gotten gas since. Whenever I would drive, like my parents would have to get it.
True or false, you broke the side mirror off of a car.
These are all related to like driving. Yes, I did. Another one of my driving mishaps. I was backing out, and my garage is weird because you go in and then you have to like go up, and then you have to like turn in like this. So when you back out, it's like
Oh, I know what
you're
mean.
not straight. You're like over
Yeah,
here, so you
exactly.
back out vertically, and I broke the mirror. This was during COVID. I was like 18.
Okay, last one. True or false, you are engaged to
that in.
I know. I'm.
Grant, I swear.
Let's do rapid fire next.
What does that mean?
It's when I ask you 10 questions in a row, and you just have to answer them as quickly as possible.
Okay.
Number 1, who's your favorite Dance Moms dancer?
Kalani.
Number 2, what would you major in if you could not major in business? At USC specifically, so like you can't just say like, oh, I majored in finance at a different college.
Like communications or like real estate development.
Number 3, what is one thing on your shopping list that you would buy the second you get more money? Meaning like, not like groceries, but like wish list
I
item.
really want a Mad Happy sweatshirt.
Number 4, who is one person in your contacts that you could trust to say something offensive if you called them right now?
Do I have to do it?
Yeah. No, you don't have to do it. Just like who?
Maybe like Fira, but she's like joking half the time, so like, or Winnie.
Okay, I'll take that. Number 5, trivia question. What holy day is celebrated 50 days after Easter?
After?
Yeah. Sorry, the holy day that's celebrated 50 days after Easter is Pentecost.
Don't know what that is.
Penta means 5, so that's why I thought like maybe 50 would tip you, but... Number 6, what is your least favorite sideline choreo of all time? This can be before this year.
Oh, least favorite sideline choreo.
That you learned, or whenever they call it, you're like, ugh, like I hate this
Such a
one.
good question. Can I say the Go Cans? I just hate moving my megaphone. If not, in the old
Do a dance. Oh.
in the stone made by Jeff.
Number 7. What would be your dream breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Location has no limits. You can eat at like any restaurant, like regardless of location. Like you can pay any amount of money. Like money has no limit, and like you don't have to limit your stomach either. You can't be like, oh, I can't eat this because I'm gonna be full from this. You can like literally just drink breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Breakfast, I'd get a cinnamon roll with like some avocado toast.
Yum.
Drink, I'm not really into drinks, like water.
Yeah.
Lunch. What cuisine should I get?
Cuisine.
Oh, mi cocina. Like some like brisket, a brisket quesadilla. Tex-Mex with some queso.
Mmm.
Some
Yummy.
Chewy's queso.
Chewy's.
I can't wait to live near that.
Jalapeno.
And then for dinner, I'll do Greek. So like I really like gyros. A gyro with a ton of tzatziki.
Would you get a dessert with it too? Like you can get a dessert.
Oh, a dessert. Oh gosh, mud pie.
Okay. If you're a professional athlete and you had a song to play for your intro, what would you choose? Like, what would be your
Sexy
song?
Back.
Okay, I knew that. So I knew that.
Favorite decom.
Oh, okay, sure. Favorite decom.
Lemonade Mouth.
Okay, and we knew that. No, I have one. If you could have unlimited spending money, like an infinite gift card to like one store, what would you choose?
For Love and Lemons.
Really?
Do you know what that is?
No, I don't.
Look it up. Oh, their stuff is so cute. So cute. I like, it's funny you say that because I said this like a few days ago. I say this frequently. Like, if I had all the money in the world, I would just buy for Love and Lemons dresses constantly.
Oh, wow. Last one. What is your favorite?
That's a great question.
Should I believe that one too?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm torn. USC, duh.
Okay. This week was literally the most productive week of my life. I don't know what crack I was on. I've never had this much momentum to do something. I think it's because of the fact that last week was literally like I fucked around, did nothing, like ate out every single day for every meal. And I was like, you know what? I need to get my life back on track. So I meal prepped, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Breakfast. I had breakfast every single day this week. No. So for breakfast, I got this from a TikTok. I'll insert the TikTok here because like I want to give credit to the creator. Breakfast I had an egg with peppers and spinach. I had an English muffin, whole wheat.
Ooh, adding to my my breakfast, lunch, dinner, biscuits. Okay. Good.
Oh yes. Okay, sorry. Oh, I have a Greek yogurt and berries with it. That's for breakfast every single day, even at 6 a.m. And
5:30 probably.
And then lunch, I did a tuna salad, but it's like a veggie tuna salad, so it also had spinach and onion in it. And I had pretzel crisps to dip and sliced apples. And then for dinner, protein pasta, so like chickpea penne with a like sauce on top, not necessarily like a bolognese. It was like marinara or like tomato sauce, but then I mixed in like blended like cottage cheese for extra protein, so it was more like a creamy tomato sauce. Blended cottage cheese is literally just like sour cream.
Okay.
So it's nothing. Then I also added like spinach, onion, and ground turkey. So it was like a creamy bolognese. And then I had peas on the side. But in addition to productivity, I also went to the gym every single day of this week. In total, I ran 8 miles this week.
What spurred you to do that?
Every single time I go to the gym, I just run a mile on the treadmill for like warm up. But yeah, this is a productive week in my life. I just planned out every single day, and I thought that like I was productive. I was also reading, but like every single night instead of like going on TikTok before bed, I just like read in bed on my Kindle, and then I would just like turn it off and go to sleep. And I got at least 7 hours of sleep every single day. Yeah. So will this continue next week? No.
Well, it's because you don't work.
Yeah, I know. That's why I felt compelled to be productive, because I was like, I don't work. Let me do these other good things for my body. Off of being productive in other aspects of my life, my school has not been okay, because tell me why I had 2 midterms this week and 1 next week, and I do not give a fuck. Like, so I got on external reporting. That one was hell. My professor, it was on foreign currency, so like exchange rates and like forward rates and current rates and stuff like that. She prefaced the exam with basically like, oh, this is going to be the hardest exam. Like, this is going to be the hardest exam. And I think it was because she wanted to scare us into studying more, because our class the mean score on this exam was a 90.
It's like mine.
And the median was a 92. This class is not easy. Like, this is a hard class, like, actually. Because this is like, when I took 370, I thought 370 was hard. I think I got a B average, like B in that class, because I thought it was hard. So going into 470, I was like, okay, like I have to take this elective, like, but it's advanced. It's an advanced version of 370. It's already 470, like. But I didn't do bad on the exam, so I was happy about that. And then I had ethics too, which I didn't do so hot on. But like, in the grand scheme of like how the class did, I did like pretty fun. I think I'm gonna start a new segment. So I think I'm gonna get rid of soapboxes in the next episode, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn soapboxes into talking points, if you know what I mean. So like I'll just make that the structured podcast.
Are hot takes?
Yeah. So I'll just make that what the podcast is about, and then I'll just take that segment out so that you have more time to talk about the soapboxes, and then we can just shift TikToks into soapboxes. First one, I mentioned this in Ellie's. I showed her. It's this TikTok of this father and son duo.
I love them!
I know!
Costco people, of course we go shopping while eating a chicken.
I love them! They're so cute.
Costco guys. Of course we have
That's what I was gonna say.
The Jersey gut, yes.
Like, I literally followed them and I started watching their TikToks, AJ and Big Justice. They're just such a cute duo. Like,
I love them.
I love watching them do their thing, and a lot of people like hate on them, but honestly, their bond is so cute. Like, I love watching like their, what is it, like boom or doom videos. Boom!
They never say doom, they always say boom.
Boom or doom.
A chicken bake?
Or a double chunk chocolate cookie.
Wait, that's crazy that like you were like, I don't know which side of TikTok
That's
you're on,
that
and you
is
literally
kinda
like
crazy.
watched that. Wow. But yeah, AJ and Big Justice, big shout out. Next one, super senior workouts. Those videos are funny as fuck. It's like, so it's basically like, oh, like a workout for super seniors.
Where my hug at? Where my hug at? Where my hug at? Guess who? Yeah.
Oh, I get it.
Next one is The Bachelor. I did finish The Bachelor. Did I fall? Oh, actually, I'll talk about that later. But I did finish The Bachelor with Christina and found out that Kelsey was the final girl. I'm actually fine with that because their relationship is cute, and I didn't think that Daisy was right for him in the end. But on a tangent, I love Leah, and I will always be a Leah apologist. If you hate Leah, fuck you. Leah is literally my soul sister, literally my bestie. She's actually not even that much older than me. She's literally 23. She
I think if you like hung out with her, you'd be annoyed with her though.
I think I'd be fine with her, personally.
Send her ass home. Goodbye.
Send her ass home. So there's that one. And then I saw this one. This one's just really random. It's not even like that funny. I thought it was funny internally. I didn't laugh out loud, but just look at this girl. Okay, write your obsessions
you want me to
while
type
talking.
it while you're doing soapbox?
Yeah, type your obsessions because my soapboxes, like, some of them do not include you, but you can chime in if you want to.
Okay.
First one, Monster High is coming out with new Boo Original Pre-Production dolls. I have Frankie, Draculaura, Claudine, and Laguna, and now I'll finally get Cleo and Deuce.
Did you ever read the books?
Yeah,
You did?
I was a Monster High fan.
By Lacey Harrison?
I'm not sure.
Like
I
the
only went off
chapter books. Like
covers.
they're like adult, like not adult books, but they're like a little spicy.
I read the ones where like Frankie wasn't a character, her name was like something different.
Wait, I'll show you.
So now I'm gonna get Cleo, Deuce, Abby, Spectra, and Gulia. So you guys are not even ready. Second soapbox. Why the fuck is everything so expensive? And I texted Madison about this. Let me read
Got the
you
receipts.
my receipts. 1 native body wash. 2 native deodorants. Buy one, get one 25% off. That's why I got 2.
Because you
Aquaphor,
got 2!
Aquaphor lip balm.
That's like $2.
Nail file. That's like $2.
Yeah.
Cetaphil face lotion.
That's expensive. That's like $20 to $30.
But it's like one of these bottles.
So it's like 10.
Total
There's no way.
$72.64. $72.64. Anyways, obsessions time.
I only have a few because I just made them on the
Yeah,
spot.
you can start this because I've been talking for a while.
Number one, I don't know if you've had these. They've been on sale. So the Village Target's so expensive, so I can't buy stuff there. I buy them at Trader Joe's, but these have been on sale recently for $2.50 each. Cheez-It Snaps Sour Cream and Onion Edition. Next, these are like, okay, I couldn't think of anything else. I already said, like, I like For Love and Lemons. For Love and Lemons. Have nothing from there. What do I like? What do I wear recently?
feel like
I
Obsessions
really
is
like this like jumpsuit I'm wearing from Fabletics. Like just the whole outfit.
We'll insert
Sponsored.
the picture. It's not sponsored. We'll insert the
It is
picture
sponsored.
of like the full.
I got it for free.
This
I know.
episode is not sponsored.
No, I am personally sponsored by Fabletics, and you are also personally sponsored in a way with Fabletics.
Am I though?
They give
I'm not
us free
saying anything
stuff.
about Fabletics.
Next one. Really got creative here. Texas, because I'm.
Yay! Texas, I actually kind of like love. I'm actually in love with Texas. Like actually.
Have you been to Austin before?
No, I don't think so.
I went for my 21st birthday. It was really fun, and like I like that. I didn't want to move. Some of the places where I could have moved post grad don't really have like a big going out scene, and I don't know. I just like to have fun with, and I feel like it's a great way to meet people, and like it's like fun to do things on the weekends. Next obsession, my dog. I saw her for the first time in 2 months, and she's so adorable. She literally, like, whenever I come home, like, does laps around the house because she's so excited.
Movies, TV. I finished The Bachelor. I was gonna say I was gonna talk about this later, but basically what happened during the last 2 episodes, I fell asleep the entire time. Not even kidding. So, did I finish The Bachelor? I went over to Christina's place. Her couch is so comfortable, and I fall asleep every time because as soon as Maria left, the episodes are boring as hell. So quite literally, I do fall asleep. And Bree, Christina's friend who came over to watch the finale, fell asleep too. Second, like, piece of like watch media, or like I guess it's still listen, but I watch the videos. 2 TED Talks, How Business Can Improve the World, Not Just the Bottom Line by Esha Chabra. That was about like creating sustainable businesses from the ground up. It talks about like regenerative business. Have you heard about that?
No.
It's basically talking about like instead of a corporation that was established and like they do sustainable things on the side, it's a business that was made with sustainability in mind. So every single step of the process from creation of the product to delivery of the product is sustainable. So one of the examples that they used are like Veja sneakers, like from the rubber in the sole to what the people are being paid to like the way that the sneakers are transported, like sustainability is like in mind. Second TED Talk is How to Make Profit While Making a Difference by Audrey Choi. It talks about using your investment dollars to vote on sustainable companies, basically talking about the fact that like we as consumers have the decision to invest our money into sustainable companies, and even though you're investing into a sustainable company, you can still see growth in your money because it is a growing industry. It is a multi-trillion-dollar industry that people are not tapping into, so tap in.
So I probably said this in the last episode that I really like house music. Did I not say that?
Yes, you did. Nothing's
really,
changed.
Really mad because I should be in Vegas right now. John Summit's performing in Vegas tomorrow with Dom, not with, but like at the same time as Dom Della. Really like Shivers. Other songs, Night Changes by One Direction. That's like my friend group's like graduation song. Same with Viva La Vida, like always.
Ooh, love that song.
We'll play it tonight.
Oh, okay.
We'll blast it.
Final obsessions,
Please scream.
music. I've only been listening to "Here We Go Again" by Demi Lovato.
That's my favorite Demi song. Catch Me is so good. Like
No, Catch Me, yeah. That's
that
on my list.
album. What else is Remember December on there?
Yes, that's on my list too. No, let me read my list.
Please remember.
So Solo is really good.
Yeah.
It's like a double entendre, so it's basically like
It's Got Dynamite on there.
What?
Got Dynamite.
Oh yeah, it is. I don't listen to that one. But Solo is like a double entendre.
Break down the walls.
Oh, I do listen to one actually.
Okay.
Okay, so Solo is like a double entendre. Once I can finally get it out. So it's basically like I didn't think you could go so low. So it's like I didn't think you could go so low or like so. Yeah, exactly. Brilliant lyricism. She was 16 when she recorded "Don't Forget," like that album.
Yeah.
She was 17 when she recorded "Catch Me."
So good.
That's why.
And she looked
Catch
like
Me,
she was
sorry.
like 30.
Here we go again. That's why Demi Lovato is probably and will forever be my favorite singer of all time. She is so talented, like crazy. Even though like her like personality has been a little iffy sometimes, but like for reasons that are like literally like, out of her control. Whatever the case, like she has done so much for the culture. And so yeah, Solo, Catch Me, Every Time You Lie, Remember December, Everything You're Not, like
all I want is everything you're not.
yes,
So
exactly.
ahead.
And slam the door 'cause you can't shut me out.
It's crazy. I haven't listened to this in like probably like 5+ years, and I still know all the lyrics.
Can we listen to like one or two of the songs tonight?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. But yeah, like Demi Lovato, all of her albums. Don't Forget, Here We Go Again, Demi, the one that's like
You missed one.
no, Demi was next. Or Unbroken.
No. Yeah,
Unbroken and then Demi.
Unbroken and Here We Go are my top.
I don't really like the only one from Unbroken that I listen to is Skyscraper.
What? What about Unbroken? Song.
Sing it. Okay.
Locked inside, like
So
I can
no.
never feel again.
No, if I looked at that album, I
all
could
night
forget
long
songs.
or all night long. Wanna go all night long. Hey, she did one with Jason Derulo, Something Together. What other songs do I look on there?
You're My Only
Fix-
Shorty.
You're my
Oh,
only
Fix a Heart. I did
Fix
listen
a
to
Heart.
Fix a
I
Heart.
really like Fix a
Yes,
Heart.
yes. Skyscraper.
In Real Life is good. For the Love of a Daughter is really good.
Is that one on there? Oh yeah, it is.
For the Love of a Daughter.
That was like the what's it called? Like the prologue to like Father.
Yeah.
On Confident. Oh, Confident is such a good album too.
Being confident.
Was Confident after Demi, or was there something in between Demi and Confident?
I think that was it.
There was Confident, and then there was
I don't care about the rest.
Sorry Not Sorry, and then there
Dancing
was
with the Devil?
Dancing with the Devil. There's another one after that, but I didn't listen to that one.
It's green. I don't know.
But
It's like, what is it called?
oh wait, Dancing with the Devil is green.
What's
Maybe
the
that is
red
everyone.
one? Oh,
Holy
no,
fuck.
Holy Bread.
Yeah.
I've never.
Or Tell Me You Love Me is the Sorry Not.
Oh, tell me you love me.
Is Sorry Not Sorry on there? No, it's not. Yes, it is.
Baby, I'm sorry. What was cool for the summer and Confident?
Yeah, it's Confident.
Really Don't Care is a good one too.
Oh,
I
Cher
really
Lloyd.
don't care.
Yes. But yeah, that's all my obsessions. And that's the end of this episode. So thank you so much, Madison, for being here. And come back soon because we have a lot to talk about in the future. Maybe we can do an episode in Texas. Like, who knows? Oh, sorry. If you enjoyed this podcast episode, please give this video a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can be notified next time that I post. If you're watching this on YouTube, all my socials will be linked in the description box below. Follow me, follow Madison. I'll include her socials. And if you're listening to, like a per most recent post, if you're listening to this on Spotify, if you're listening to this on Spotify or any other podcasting platform, make sure to rate this podcast and make sure to follow for more. Other than that, thank you so much for listening. I told you I would film the outro because this past 2 episodes have been a black screen.
Oh, it's the
But-
way. Choked myself.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Bye. Or listening. Bye.